Hey everyone, it's Pilko, what's up, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to do a full face of Primark makeup. So if that's me interesting, then keep on watching. So all of the products here are from Primark, the brushes are not. If you ever want me to do a separate one on their brushes and like equipment, all that kind of thing, then let me know. But we're starting off with the Ultra Grip Primer. This is kind of a dupe of the e.l.f. one. And I have used it. I've used the e.l.f. one before. Honestly, I really like this one. I have used it a couple of times. And I kind of mix it. I say that, mix. I also have like very big pores. So I have the e.l.f. like putty one. So I use that if I'm using like full glam. But if I'm just doing every day, I just use this. And I put on way too much. Don't forget the neck. Even when you're just doing primer. I am just going to put a little bit. So these are the bronzy drops. I haven't used these as much, I'll be really honest. Oh, okay, that will do. Let's just take that. I just like to give it a bit of a glow with this. This is really good when I'm using the Primark foundation because it's very sheer and I just like to give myself a bit of colour. But this is great when you're not wearing any makeup. If you blend it out right. I might just do this, and if I need it like with proper areas, a bit of concealer. That is generally it sometimes. And just that, I did put a bit too much on today, so I would powder it down. But we're going to use, this is the Dewy Skin Tint, and this is in Zero Fair. This is the lightest shade they had, and this is not light. But if you compare it to, the only thing I don't, there's a couple of things I don't really use, and I'll explain that. But if you compare it to the concealer, damn boy, this is just, it's very sheer, hence the name. So if you want a full coverage moment, this is not for you. But if you want days that you just want a little bit of coverage, you're having good skin, or at least alright skin for me. And this is such a good foundation. They have quite a few other ones, and I'm tempted to try them as well. But honestly, I think all of this cost me less than 30 quid. Like, less than £30. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Less than £30 for a full face. Might even be less than that. You can't get that too often now, can you? So, the only thing about this is it is hella glowy. So if you've got oily skin, this might not be for you. But I've got very, very dry skin. So this with a little bit of powder, so nice. And then speaking of the concealer, I think this was one of the most expensive items I've got. This was £3.50. I think the only other expensive one was the setting spray, but we'll talk about that later. Now this is in Zero Porcelain. So I got the lightest shades for both because when I don't have a tan, I am extremely pale, but this is something else. So I do like to use this to brighten up my inner corners, but that's about it. I wouldn't use this to spot conceal or anything like that, but I probably would do because it's such like, you see how far it's going. If I had a decent shade for me. Now if I was doing like everyday makeup, I then would put like my normal concealer on top, but we are not doing that today. We are going to go with this one. Is one of the first products I got. I got it around Christmas, so it's been over 6 months and I use this all the time. And look, it's barely made a dent. It is very pigmented. Like, very pigmented. I actually think I got it earlier than Christmas. I just And then a little bit on the nose. I might have to, so I stopped using contour ages ago and just used bronzer. I think I'm going to get a contour soon and try and like really see the difference of what it can do. But this is pigmented. Try and focus mostly going up, but I like to place it first. Go into your hairline slightly. It might not be great if you have lighter hair, but for me, because my hair is so dark, well, not so, it's not blonde basically, but I can kind of get away with putting it into my hairline a bit more. My nose look a bit weird. I'm going to just put a dot where I normally would contour with my own concealer. I'm just going to put a slight dot just to give it a bit more contrast. Blend that out. Hopefully it's not too light. Okay, that's definitely better. And then I do clean my beauty blender, but blender regularly because I do use it so much. Now, I haven't really used a cream blush, but I don't know the difference really between a cream and a liquid because I use the Made by Mitchell one quite a bit, but this one I don't think has a shade, but it's so nice. I am going to put some highlight on, but I would tend to use this instead of doing a highlight, especially like every day, because I had that such natural glow. Like, look, I love doing this. Is that now about to burst? Just like to tap it down. And then I always forget, I've got to turn it to lock it. And then just, I blend it up. Don't really go on the apples of my cheeks anymore. I love a coral blush. Along with the bronzer, I did get this a very long time ago. This is the highlight stick in Daisy, and I haven't used it too much. I think that's way too much. And I like to put a bit in my inner corner. And then with my finger, I will blend that out going upwards. And then I'll just like tap it on. I always do it with my middle finger, and I do apologise. I'm not swearing at you. If I need to, I'll slightly put it into the eyelid if I like put a little bit too much on. I love a bit of highlight. It's not 2016 anymore, even though 2016 makeup is coming back. I might do a 2016 look. What do you guys think? And then just going to, this is hella crumbly, and this is one of the things, it's good, but it crumbles so much. I'm not sure if I would recommend it, but this is in porcelain. The best thing about it is that it does have a mirror, so if you are going on the go, but it gets very dirty. You can use, I like to use a beauty blender. I don't know why I decided. Ooh, as you can see, it is a lot. But I like to put like, let's try and blend that out. A good layer on. Now, I actually have never used this one. I did a video before and I couldn't find this. So, brand new bronzer. I'm not going to use that brush. Let's see if this works. Okay, it's a little chalky, but it's a pound. Okay. I'm not sure about this. I'm going to go up to my good Okay. So it's very pigmented. Primark is more pigmented, like some higher and like Superdrug brands, which is crazy. This is £1, so I think I'm gonna have to go over it with my big brush. But actually, not bad overall. And then a good old powder blush. This is in Secrecy. This costs £1.50. And honestly, I do use this one on the regular. Once again, just going up here. I don't have a powder highlighter. From here, I'm going to use the Prep and Perfect setting spray. It's shimmering setting spray. Shet spray fixodent with aloe vera, niacinamide, and provitamins B5. This is probably the most expensive thing I got, and it says shake very well. I will say I don't love this one. Because like, look at this square. Can you see that? It like hits you. I just have a weird smell. It's in my ears. But like, it's definitely glowy. Something that I have used way in the past, slightly different one, was the eyebrow pencil. Honestly, this was £1. I remember when it was 90p, and I would just get that one whenever we went near Primark. It just worked, but I just, unless it's the colour, I don't see a difference really with eyebrow pencils. Like, I'd love if you guys think there is a big difference, like colour, maybe shape, but I don't think you can really go wrong with an eyebrow pencil. I tend to either use, I've got like Poundland ones, I've got so many different ones. I just different, so I say get them cheap. Like with liquid blushes to an extent, to the shape, I have a perfect shape I like, but as long as they're black and liquidy and don't run, so there's a little bit more to a black, like a liquid lipstick, liquid liner. Honestly, I think this brow does very well. Especially now, I'm not used to actually using pencils. I actually just use eyebrow, what am I talking about? Eyeshadow. That's them. Nothing too fussy. And for £1, 6 shades. I did get the neutral one. There was a few different ones, but we're just gonna go for like a neutralish eye. We're gonna start with this one here. Just gonna put it into the crease and slightly out. Okay, it's a little chalky and a little bit falling out, but not actually too bad. For how much it was, I've got ones that cost a lot more, what are like more fallout and everything like that, so I'm going to go in with the dark brown and just put that in the inner corner. Ooh, a little dramatic, more dramatic than I wanted it to be, but it's all good. I put one slightly wrong and then So that's on me, not the actual makeup. But I kind of don't mind it. And then I'm going to go with the gold one. I haven't used this one yet. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. Damn, boy. That is hella nice. I think I need to take this out with me more. Might be a good traveling one. The mascara amplified. Let's see what this does. This is what it looked like. It cost £1. Now, I'm really fussy with mascara, so let's see if this actually works, and if so, how many layers. Now, I've done about 5 coats with that, and really, I mean, you can see, but you can't see as much as I would like. Yeah, that's after 1 coat, and this is the nicer eye. I think that's the best we're going to get with them. Can't find my lip liner, so we're just going to start off. So this, once again, doesn't have a shade number, but it's just a matte brown lipstick. I did get a matching lip liner, but I've actually lost that. Gorgeous nudie brown. Something I use even without anything, and I've had this a lot longer than I've had most of the other makeup. It's a brown lip gloss, which is why I got the brown lipstick. And I'm just going to hit it in the middle. And that is the finished look. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And if there's any other kind of makeup brands you want me to do a full face of, let me know. Or if you want me to try some more Primark makeup, just let me know. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye guys.